Hello friends, welcome back to Cover with Clinton. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to deploy a Django project to Heroku instance. So I know this is quite simple, but some people out there still find it quite complicated. So I'm here to help you. Shall show you how to deploy a Django project to Heroku. So I have a simple project on my screen. This is a simple blog instance. So I'll show you how to deploy this application down to Heroku instance. So that's what I'll do. We're getting started right now. Understand? So right there. So we'll check here. So this is the code, this is the source code and everything. So before you do this, you need to connect to a live database. You need to connect to a production ready database. On default, Django comes with SQLite 3. SQLite 3 isn't production ready. SQLite 3 is meant for development. You understand? So when you want to go up to production level, it is advised you switch to a production ready database. And for you to create a production ready database, I made a video. That's the most recent video on my channel. So check my channel right there. Let me go down to videos. So I'm going to show you the video. So that's the latest video on my channel right now. Which you can see this video, fastest method to connect Django to Postgres. So go watch this video. I'm going to show you how you can connect Django to a Postgres database, not just a Postgres database, but a live Postgres database. You understand? So that's it there. So right now, let's go down to our source code. So please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do also subscribe. Smash that button, smash the subscribe button. I'm close to 2,000 subscribers. Please help your boy get there. I love you. I know you do this for me. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this is my code there. My website is ready. It's just left for it to be deployed. You understand? So if we check right, you can see this is my database now. I'm using Postgres. This is a live database. On default, Django comes with SQLite 3. This has been commented out. Okay, right now, before I proceed, I need to go down to the browser. Let's search for Django Heroku. Let's just say deploy Django on Heroku. Deploy Django on Heroku. There's an article I want you to see as you are doing. It's going to help you. So deploy Django on Heroku. Just search for that. So the browser is currently open, so just scroll. So you can see we have this dev center. So click on it, devcenter.heroku.com. So click on this particular link. So this is where I want to get to. Okay, my network is quite slow today, but it's opening, so it's almost there. Okay, currently we are on the page. Understand? So this article you see is going to guide you on how to deploy Django to Heroku, but just follow me. Follow me. So right now what we need to do now is this. So right now we are on the website, right? So after that, just click on, you can see we have Python, we have Node.js, Ruby, Python. So if you want the Python, you can see we have two other topics. So click on working with Django. So click on working with Django. So click on it there. Okay, so what we want to do now, we want to configure our static files and the Procfile. So click on the first one, click on it. So click on it there. Okay, so right now we need to create a file called Procfile. Instead, if you just read what it says here, it says first and most importantly, Heroku app require a Procfile. You understand? So we are going to create a file called Procfile. You understand? So just come here. It's going to be at the root. It's going to be in the root directory. You understand? So it's not going to be in any folder in the root directory. So just right click there and let's create a new file called Procfile. You understand? So we call it Procfile. So there is no extension, just Procfile. Enter. So after you've done that, now come down here again. You can see you just copy this thing you see here. Copy, Ctrl C. Let's go paste it there. So let's copy that and paste here. Okay, now right now you can see we have unicorn my project.wsgi unicorn instance. So right there, what you need to do is this. Okay, so what you need to put in the name of our Django project over here, and our Django project is called my blog. As you can see, our Django project is called my blog. So I'm going to simply remove that my project and put in my blog. So you put in your Django project there. So that's one step done. So after we've done this, now let's go configure our static files. Understand? That's many people always have issues with static files. I don't know, but I'm going to explain everything here. So now go back let's go back a bit. So click on open with Django again, click on it again, or you can go back. So click on Django and static asset. So click on that. So it's now here. So what I'm going to do now is that you can see there's a documentation for what. So just click on this, see the white noise Django documentation. We're going to open this link here. Open link in new tab. So we want to configure our static. We want to configure our static files instance. Static files is simply our CSS, our images instance, our static images instance. So JavaScript, those are our static files. So I'm going to show you how you can configure them properly before, so they can be served. You understand? So right now, right there, this is how you do it. So right now, if you check closely, so now we are on the static files documentation. So you can read this documentation and try to understand things better. You understand? I'll simply summarize everything for you. You get? So right now, you need to install the white noise package. So go down to your virtual environment. So let's install the package called white noise. So I'm going to simply close this. I'm going to simply break the server, or what was it called? So okay, I don't know why it's taking time. Okay, it's coming up, just give it some time. Let's just put in a new command. Okay, server is up there already, it's done. Okay, right now I need to install the white noise package. So just run this command, pip install white noise. So this white noise is simply undo everything that has to do with static files in your Django project. You understand? So that's it there. So it's going to take quite some time to get installed. So right now we already have white noise successfully installed. You understand? So go back to the browser again, to the documentation. So simply copy this stuff, static roots, copy it, and then come down here. Just to go down to your settings.py. Okay, you can see we have the settings and everything. Just under the static files underscore des, I'm going to simply paste this. So paste it here. So what this does is this. I'm going to explain what this command does. Understand? So static underscore root does this. So whenever we are trying to deploy our project to Heroku is going to run a command. This command is called python manage.py collect static. So the command is called python manage.py collect static. So this command is going to collect all our static files it finds in this folder up here, and it's going to then put them in this other folder called static files. Understand? So what Django does is that, so while installing on Heroku, a command will be run. Heroku is going to run this command for us. You see that when we get there. So it's going to run a command called python manage.py collect static. So what that command does is that command collects all the static. The command collects all the static files we have, and then puts them in this folder. That's what it does. So when we get there, you're going to understand better. So after you've done this, now we need to get a middleware. So this middleware, I'm going to copy this middleware, the second one, Ctrl C, copy the second one there, and just try and read, you understand what is going on. So copy the second middleware there. So I'm going to go down to our middleware section, and you need to paste that middleware under the security middleware. Should be immediately under. If you check, you will see here, you can see it is under the security middleware. So just follow the instruction they give you. So paste the middleware there. Okay, that's fine there. Awesome. So there's also one more feature, the static file storage. This is not really important, but I think we can get it. So we can just copy either of them. Just copy it out of them. Okay, after we copy the second option, so we're going to paste that in the settings.py file. So copy. So let's paste that under the static files root. I think that should be under, yeah, just under here. You can paste it. So that's it for static files right there. So we need to then deploy this to GitHub. We need to push our code to GitHub. After that, we then deploy it to Heroku. You understand? So right now, let's then create a GitHub account. Okay, so we are not going to deploy the GitHub. We are going to simply push our code to GitHub. We don't deploy to GitHub, but we push our code to GitHub. You understand? So after that, now before we push to GitHub, we need to do one more thing. You understand? So right now, just run this command pip freeze, then the angle bracket, the angle sign, then requirements dot text. So run this command .txt rather .txt. So it's called pip freeze requirement.txt. So run the command. So this command is going to simply list out all the dependencies for this project, understand? So run the command there. So it's going to take quite some time to run. So the command has run already. So just check down here. You see a file called requirement.txt. So open this file. You can see these are all the dependencies we need for our Django project. These are everything we need for a Django project, understand? These are all the dependencies for this Django project you get. So after this, then we are almost done. We need to install one more dependencies. That dependency is called the Gunicon, understand? It's called Gunicon. So this is the file here called Gunicon. So just install that. So simply say pip install Gunicon. So pip install Gunicon. So that's it there. So it's going to take quite some time. So it has already been installed, you understand? So after you've installed Gunicon, you need to run the requirement.txt command again, you understand? Because you just installed a new dependency, so you need to run this command again. So just run it again. So it's called pip freeze requirement.txt. So enter. So if we check closely, you see that Gunicon has been added. So just let's watch out for it. Okay, you can see now we now have Gunicon added to it. So after that now we can then push our go to GitHub. So after we push to GitHub, so from GitHub we're going to deploy to Heroku. You understand? So go down to GitHub. So first of all, if you don't have GitHub on your system, you need to download Git. If you don't have Git installed, so go down to download Git. Download Git. So download Git there. So go down to download Git. So the first link can help you download a version of Git for your computer. You can download for your Mac OS PC, for Windows PC, for Linux PC, you understand? So go down there. You can see we have different versions you can download from. So for me it says Windows, so you can pick Linux if you're on Linux, you can pick Mac if you're on the Mac computer, you understand? So after this now I'm going to go down. I want to create a new repository. So I want to push my go to GitHub. So I'm going to go down to my GitHub account, so github.com. So I'm going to create a new repository to push my code. So if you do not use GitHub yet, so go down to my channel. I made a video some times back. This is a video here. I'm going to put the link down in the description of this video. This is a video here, push Django to GitHub. You learn how to do that. So watch this video. I have a link down in the description of this video. So check the link down below this video, you understand? So after that now, so our GitHub is currently coming up. So I'm going to create a new repository. So simply say new repository. Okay, now I'm going to call this, let's say blog test. Let's just say blog test. Okay, I will hope it's not available, or let's just simply say okay, blog test is fine. So now I'll simply leave it as public. So I'm going to simply add a readme file. It's not important to do that. So then I'll simply click on create repository. Understand? So create repository. So the repo has been created for me successfully. So then I'll simply then have to come down here and copy the link to this. I'm going to simply copy this link. So copy that link there. So now while installing Git, a terminal will be installed alongside Git. That terminal is called Git bash, understand? So I'm going to put my own Git bash right here. So it's over here on the left side. So it's called Git bash. This is recording. Okay, so Git bash, where are you? So click on it. So mine is coming up right now. Okay, so just give it some time. Okay, so I have my Git bash already opened. So here is it. Here it is. And so now I'm going to go down to my documents directory. Let me just make this big a bit, understand? So I was going to say cd document. So I'm going to go down to my document directory. Then after that, then I'm going to simply clone the repository I created on GitHub. So I'll clone it by copying the code here. Copy this link here. So then come here and then say git clone. So simply say git clone and then paste that link here. So simply paste that here. So enter. So now we're trying to clone this. We're trying to clone this repository. Understand? So let's do that right now. So it has been created for us successfully. So go down to documents now. So go down to documents. I'm going to go into my document directory and give me some time. So you see there's a folder called blog tests on my documents directory. Oh, I saw it. So this is a folder called blog test. So what I have to do next, I have to copy all the codes. I have to copy all my current code. So I have to copy all the codes I have here into that folder. You understand? All the code I have here, I need to copy everything into that folder I just created now through Git clone. You understand? So I have this code here. So your own can be in a different location, but I want to get my own from my own location here. So I have mine over here. So simply copy all my source code, copy everything here, and then paste in that repo I cloned. You understand? So if you don't understand this yet, as I said, go watch this video I made. You understand better. I explained everything in detail there. Okay, so right now I'm going to go down to that folder I cloned, the repo I cloned. So it's called blog test. So this is a folder here, blog test. So this blog test is simply a Git repository on my local machine. So I have a copy of it on my local machine. I also have a copy of it on the internet, which is over here. You understand? So let's do that. Just open and I'll paste everything, all my Django source code, paste everything here. So paste it here. So it has been added. Oh, what should I do? Replace the file. Okay, so now I have everything over here. You can see everything is over here. That's perfect. So after we've done this, what I need to do is this. So I need to go down to my Django project and then say git add. So I need to add the old files. Okay, before I do this, before I run that command, I need to go down to this to the blog test part. So it's got blog tests. I guess blog test. Enter. Oh, I think it's blog tests. Okay. Okay. Now we are in the main repository. So after that, I can then say git add, and then after that, what else? So now after that now we need to commit this code. We need to commit it. So we need to apply the changes by running this other command called git commit -m, and then I'm going to put in the message. I'm going to call my initial commit. So enter. So then I can then push to GitHub. So we say git push origin main, git push origin main. So right now I've pushed my Django code to GitHub, so it's not yet pushed, but it's on the process of being pushed. So it's going to now it's pushing the code down to GitHub. You understand? So it's okay now. So right now I have successfully pushed my source code to GitHub. So come down to the code again. Go down to the browser. If you refresh now, you see everything. So you can see here it's currently empty. So I'll simply refresh. Okay, I can say I have all my source code right on GitHub. So that's it now. So next thing I want to do now, I want to then deploy to Heroku. You understand? So we have our code on GitHub. The next is to deploy on Heroku. So before we do that, I want to show you something. Now we're going to simply close this particular. We need to close this particular directory. Let's open the other one we created. So I'm going to open the repo I cloned. It's called blog test. Understand? So we're going to use that one. I'm not using this current one again. So it's called blog test. Blog test. So select folder. Blog test. So I think that should be open by now. Okay, it's coming up. So right now I've opened the Git repository instance. We check closely. I've opened it already. So we are now working on the main repository. Understand? The blog test. Understand? Because if you remember, I copied all my code to this folder. So we are working on this particular folder right now. Okay, so after you've done this now, Right now, we're going to go down to Heroku so you can create a new account. So if you don't have an account on Heroku, so go down to Heroku. So it's called Heroku, understand? So this is a website called Heroku.com, Heroku.com, understand? So go there, create an account. After you've created an account, you'll be required to create an app. So just here, this is my own home page. Mine is looking different from yours, but nevertheless, just click on new. Click on this new button. So click on the new button. Click on it. So click on new. So click on create new app. Create new app. So just follow my steps. So right now we're going to give an app. You're going to give your app a unique name that stands out from every other app on Heroku. So I'm going to simply call my blog. Let's just say blog. Let's just say C blog. Okay, C blog. So C stands for Clinton. Okay, so as you can see, and you say this name must start with a lowercase letter. So let's just simply say, I'll simply say blog. Let's see if I've been taken. So it say blog is not available. Let's say blog underscore DJ. Okay, let's simply say blog hyphen DJ. Let's see. That's been taken. Let's simply say blog Django. We need something that has not been used before. Oh no, let's simply say blog a Django, a DJ, Ajax Django. Okay, perfect. Because the A stands for Ajax. Because this what I'm deploying is an Ajax Django website instead. So after you've done this now, so just simply you need to create a unique name. You can see we tried several names that have been taken by someone else. So click on create app. So I'm going to create the app right now. Okay. So the app has been created. Awesome. So on this spot, you can see we have different tabs here. Currently, we are on the deployed tab. So just click on GitHub. Click GitHub. So we are deploying our Django project to Heroku through GitHub. Understand? So click on GitHub. You can see you're going to simply put in the username of your repository over here. You're going to put that over here on the left side. Mine is called Clinton Code 20. So at the other side, you're going to put in the name of the repository. On the left side, you're going to put in the username of your GitHub account. On the right side, you're going to put in the name of your repository. You understand? I called my repository blog test. If you can remember, it's called blog test. So if you check closely, I called my repository blog test. You can see this is my username called Clinton Code 20. This is the repository called blog-test. So come down over here and let's then add that it's called blog-test. So search. It's going to take quite some time to search. So you can see it has found it now. So connect. So we're going to connect Heroku to our GitHub. So it's trying to connect. So I think it's connected. Awesome, it's connected. So okay, so if you watch closely now, we have several tabs. We have the overview, the resources, the deploy, and some others. So currently we're on the deploy tab. So just click on settings. So click on settings. So we need to do some configuration before we deploy finally on this platform. So just scroll down. We need to add a build pack. So click on add build pack. So currently we're working with Django. So Django is under Python. So click on Python and then save changes. So that's it for that. So okay, so that's it for that. So click on resources. Let's see if there's anything we need to add here. Nothing for now. So overview. Let's see what's under overview. Okay, nothing for now. Access. Okay, go back to deploy. So I think right now we can deploy our project instance. So just scroll down and then click on deploy branch. Deploy branch is gonna, so now right now this project will be deployed on Heroku and it's gonna be live, understand? So anybody around the world can access it if you give them the URL, understand? So right now it's deploying. You can see this command are running. So just keeps running. So watch closely, it's deploying. I pray everything runs successfully. So it's taking quite some time, but to be done in a few seconds. Okay, it's almost done. Almost. It says launching. So it's almost done. Oh, I made we are going to have an error. I made a mistake somewhere. It's something I've not yet added. So if you click on view, let's see the projects. There will be an error, I'm sure of that. There's something I failed to add. You can see we need to add the allowed host instance. So go down to your Django project. So come down here, go down to settings.py. Settings.py. So go down there and you need to add the allowed host. So just up here. So right now we are simply going to add 127.0.0.1, and then we are going to simply add our blog. We are going to simply add this blog -a-dj.herokuapp.com. So you need to just add that also. Scroll down to your, so you add that here. So that's it there. Just add it. So save your work, and we need to also turn the bug to false. Understand? Turn the bug to false. Understand? But for now, I'm going to leave it to true. Turn it to false. You get. So after that, come down to your git bash. I need to then commit these changes we've made. We need to commit these changes we've already made. Understand? So come out to git bash, and then you're going to simply say git add dots, and then after this command to run the next command, which is called git commit. So git commit -m. So then the last command, git push origin main. So that's the last command you need to push, and after that you can then redeploy again on Heroku. You understand? So it's not going to take much time. So right now we've already made the changes, and we've already pushed the code again. We've already pushed the updates to GitHub. So now come down to your browser and then go down to this deploy, to the deploy tab again, and then click on deploy branch. So let's do that. Click on deploy branch, and it's going to deploy. It's going to deploy again, and let's see. So it's started again. So it's deploying, and it's going to take quite some time. So it's almost done. It's launching. It's almost done. So you can say, let's click. So now it says your app was successfully deployed. So let's see if it was successful. So click on the view button. I hope it was successfully deployed. Okay, I think it was. Okay, you need to go down to /blog. So /blog. If you check down the project URL, if you check down the URL.py in the project, you're going to see that we have to always prefix with blog. So prefix to add this blog. So after that, go down to your browser and then do /blog. So enter. So let's see. Okay, the page is currently trying to load. So you can see everything. You can see our blog is now deployed on Heroku. Our blog is live. So if you give someone this particular domain, they can access your blog post. Everything is live now. So click on read more. We can read a particular blog post instead. So you can see we can read more. We can add comments instead. So that's it for this project. So I really hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video, please do well to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video.